Within the last month or so, you may have received emails about applying for student finance. Now, don't panic about this, it's really easy. And whether this is your first time applying or you're reapplying, here's a guide on how to get started. Student loans can be split into two types: tuition loan and maintenance loan. The tuition loan is used to cover your costs of education at university. The maintenance loan can be used to cover accommodation, textbook costs, or essentials that you may need at university. It's important to know how student loans work. The amount you earn for your student loan is based off household income and other factors and mitigating circumstances. From the first payment, interest is added onto the amount you repay until the loan has been repaid or cancelled, and this still applies even if your studies are terminated early. How much you repay is based off your income after you finish your studies, and once you reach over the threshold income, payments are taken automatically. When starting your application for student finance, you need to check your eligibility, and you can do this on the UK government website to see if you qualify for this. Once you find out if you qualify, you need to create an account, and you can do this online using the link provided. Now remember, student finance is based off of your household income, so you need to have this ready. You also need to have proof of identity, which is usually your national insurance number and your passport, and maybe your birth certificate. Some of you may be watching this video thinking, what if I don't have a British passport? Well, good news, for EU passport holders, you may still be entitled to student finance if you meet certain requirements, so it is essential you check on the student finance website to check the criteria of these requirements. After submitting your application and completing necessary checks, it takes around 6 to 8 weeks for it to be processed, so it is important you submit it in plenty of time before the deadline. Following this process, you will receive a letter confirming the amount you shall be receiving for the upcoming academic year. Student loans are paid in installments, so you will also receive the date of these payments for both the maintenance loan and tuition loan. If you are not satisfied with the amount of the maintenance loan, you can contact student finance and you may be entitled to more than you think. Myth number 1. The maintenance loan will cover my accommodation fees. This is not true. This is not always the case, so you may need to find other sources of income to help at university. Around 62% of UK students have part-time jobs to help with their studies at university. Myth number 2. I will be paying my student debt for the rest of my life. This is not true. After around 30 years, all government-funded loans are removed no matter the amount. This means that if you finish your studies at 21 and start repayments after your graduation, by 52, you will not need to repay your student loan back, and this includes the interest that has been added. Number 3. Student loans will affect my finances in the future. This is false. Student loans work differently and will not affect credit scores the way a bank loan or credit card does. They do not appear on your credit file and will not affect you when you're applying for a mortgage or any other loan. In addition to student loans, there are other options available for receiving financial support. This includes scholarships and bursaries. Scholarships and bursaries can be based on criteria such as the subject area being studied, social background, or other personal circumstances. Scholarships, bursaries, and grants do not need to be paid back. Most universities have their own financial aid available, which can easily be applied for. A useful website for finding scholarships is the Scholarship Hub, and for international students, the British Council website is a great place to start. Student finance is great for helping to cover costs at university. However, it's a good idea to have a budget to prevent overspending and keep your money organised. After completing your first application, you will need to apply again for the next academic year. Remember, there are other sources of financial support available, and it's probably best to explore these if you require extra financial aid. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the My Uni-verse channel, where you get more of an insight into university life and much, much more.